Going live right now on
Really?
YouTube Live, John.
All right.
Coming right at you live.
All right. Nice.
Yes.
Nice. All right.
And it's still just a shot of you, so.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be fixed, but whatever. I'm not vain like that. I don't need the camera shooting at John.
That's kind of silly, Brian.
Yeah.
I think you should. It's very enjoyable, as a matter of fact.
I don't really care.
Did you see that I'm a new subscriber to our channel?
I did get a notification that someone, didn't say who, just subscribe to the channel.
No kidding.
Well, that makes two.
Hey.
Come on, guys, subscribe, you assholes.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Way to go. But,
Oh, wait. Somebody said, well, why don't you plug it? Well, I don't know. It's the Renegade page on YouTube, that one.
yeah, we're plugging it now.
Yeah, you'll see. I don't know what the website is, but I mean, or the address, if you will.
Oh, crap. I just clicked out of it.
Oh, well, you'll never find it.
Oh, damn it. All
Yeah.
to hell, Brian.
You know something,
There I
John?
am. I'm back.
Oh, good. Good morning. How? Yeah, you doing it? There he is. Hi, John.
Hey. All right, so this is cool. All right, I'm trying to, it says here, say something.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say something. Then it says, create a channel or join the chat.
No, you dope. To say something is where you type something.
I'm trying, but when I put my mouse over it, then it clicks to create the channel to join the chat.
Create the channel.
I don't know. What do you want from me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I get.
I'll
Well, look.
figure it out.
Don't bitch at me. Once again, I didn't do this one either.
All right. Everything's looking great, Brian.
Yeah,
It looks
so-
good.
I don't know how. What is the website? Is there like a thing on? Is there a name like Renegade Radio Boston or Ren Radio or whatever? What the hell is it?
On YouTube?
Yeah,
It's the YouTube.
I think it's Renegade Radio Boston, right? And then there's a picture of you and I.
Oh, yeah, there's that. Well, there's the logo, the Renegade logo.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, it's called Renegade Radio
Well, which
Boston.
logo? The one with us in it or the other one?
Well, it has two. I mean, on the thumbnail part, the little circle one is just a logo, but the other one is the banner is us, me and you going.
Oh, nice. I like
Yeah,
that one.
that's a good one. We
Yeah.
both look good.
We look sharp.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we're a little lighter now.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little
A little
lighter
bit.
now. Both have a little bit more grays now too.
Yeah, that's what we
I
got. A
have
little
noticed
older,
that.
maybe a little wiser.
A tad.
That's what I
Hey,
say.
you know what I did notice though when we were on yesterday? It seemed like our mics were a little hot again.
Get out of town.
Yeah, not even kidding. Not even
Hmm.
kidding. Yeah, I
All
don't
right,
know.
well, I'll do this and hope.
Is
well,
that
I
what
don't
does
know.
it, or is it the slider part?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even.
What do you want from me, John? I'm
just
trying over
We're
here.
trying
I
to
mean,
do tech support on the fly.
yeah, I'll do both of them. How about that? We
All right.
won't know which one worked.
I like that. Yeah. So if you want to go to our YouTube channel, go there and let's start a little chat there. It's just so I can, I don't know, reply to it because I have no idea how to get in on this.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can reply, John.
Really?
Well, are you logged in? You just told me every time you go to chat, it tells you to create something.
Yeah, I'm logged in. But every time I do that, it says create a channel to join a chat. I didn't know you had to do that. And that's also, I'm a little stumped by. Oh, maybe, all right. Well, maybe it's just because I'm new to this channel. I haven't done everything, my due diligence.
So you
just
can't
yet.
respond to anything I type?
Not yet.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Oh, here we go. What are you going to type there, Bri? Let me see. Hold on. All right. I have a feeling I know what you're doing, Bri.
I'm not doing anything,
I'm
John.
totally logged in.
Yeah.
I'm locked out. I can't get this.
So this is great. So like anybody could go
Oh,
to
damn it, all the
our
hell. I have no idea.
YouTube channel and say whatever they want to you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't. Don't worry, I can't even see it. So feel free. It's not going to offend at all.
You'll get in
on,
eventually.
Bri. Hold on a second. I
Yeah.
don't know why it's not letting me. Bri, you know something? It's not fair. I know what you're doing.
Well, I'm not doing anything.
Now I'm-
Just having a lot of fun over here
Now I'm
with the new toy.
I'm totally locked out. I can't see nothing. Well, thanks for being a pal.
Well, you're welcome. Maybe we should share this on social media too. We forgot to do that as well.
Oh, there it is.
Make it a little easier for people to tune in, John. So I think they should all go in there and just they get to comment to you, and you can't say anything about it. That to me is hilarious.
Oh, look at who joined the chat.
Oh,
Oh, look at who joined the chat, Brian. I am in it. All right. So if you want to go to our YouTube channel. We're figuring this out on the fly because Brian forgot all about it this morning.
Yeah.
I had to remind him. And thank God that we were able to do this. And yeah, so now it's on YouTube Live. So if you want to go there, check it out. We will fix the camera angle so it's not just on me. It's not just on me, my Wally.
Yeah, like
Zodiac,
this is really upsetting John that it's
Am I-
just on him.
and my David Ortiz gnome over here. So, which now he looks funny peeking over the over the picture frame in the camera. My little David Ortiz up there, Brian.
That's going to be worth something someday. You got to keep that.
Is it? When?
No.
When? See, now he's on a commercial. It's him.
Is Big Poppy selling out?
Yeah, it's Fat David Ortiz, Fat Randy Johnson, Fat Ken Griffey Jr., and Fat A-Rod doing a Ghostbusters commercial.
Why?
I have no idea.
What do they have to do? I don't get it.
They were mimicking like Bill Murray and all them from Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Yeah, they were mimicking all them and dressed up as that. I have no idea what the commercial's even hawking at this point. But yeah, they were all fat, out of shape. Like, what are you guys doing? I thought you guys doing like those weird like I don't know. The commercials to make you peck a hard. Him and Doug Flutie isn't like Ken Griffey Jr. and
yeah, they all do that.
yeah,
now.
they all do that. Doug Flutie and the Big Hurt, whatever, Frank Thomas.
Oh yeah, Frank Thomas.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think they're all doing those. Hey, is your pecker not getting hard?
That and losing hair
Yeah.
is another one. And then Flutie likes the one, and so does I think Boomer Esiason. No, John Elway.
Yeah.
They like the ones where it's like for the bad joints.
That's right.
And they'll show you his weird finger.
They ever get that plantar fasciitis?
Listen, first
I
off,
don't know
I've
what it's
never
called.
seen anything like that before in my life.
That's a weird look.
Yeah, that's disgusting when he shows his hand all close up, like his middle finger's all disjointed.
Yeah, because it's like a weird tendon.
I think that's from grabbing like the football so many times or something.
No, it's got to be a weird disease.
You think so? Just like he's a freak, he's a genetic freak.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't happened to Tom Brady.
That's a good point. There's not. Yeah, I would like to go around and shake the hand of a lot of different quarterbacks,
Right.
and see if they have that.
Yeah, be like, aha, you have that same
Yeah,
hand.
exactly. Well, maybe I don't want to shake their hands. Maybe they
Yeah,
could
do
just
that.
tell me,
Yeah.
or send a picture in if you got that weird thing going on.
Just hold your hand up.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to touch them.
That's
either.
disgusting.
Oh, pompous
Yeah,
a-holes.
old freak fingers.
Yeah, a-holes.
Yeah.
Rich idiots.
Well, I don't even care about that. I just
I
think they're
do.
genetic freaks
I'm
anyway.
jealous.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't like that though. That's kind of gross.
That's nasty.
Yeah, no, thank you. But they're all hawking those weird things, though.
Of course, yeah, because you know something, because they're dumb jocks that didn't put their money away when they were making it.
They're not using any of this crap.
Please.
It's like, do you have back pain? Well, every day, you know what I do.
Yeah, but Sebastian Gorka actually uses,
Yeah,
and he knows the father and son of the company that make.
Yeah,
What is that? That anti-inflammatory that has no drugs in it, so you could just literally go to a vitamin store and buy it all yourself for a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
just not all put together.
Yeah, but it looks better here because this guy's holding it up.
And Sebastian Gorka and his almond-colored hair.
Oh my god,
and his soy sauce-colored hair.
It's so.
What is
dumb.
that color that he uses?
Yeah, it is.
It looks like soy sauce.
I think it looks rich.
Yeah. Well, it's very rich and
Like,
it's a
very
thick
rich.
look.
Yeah, like you could take a chip and dip it in.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird. I don't
Yeah.
understand what that is. It is kind of like a soy sauce.
it's a
That's
horrible
gross. Give
hairdo.
me the soy sauce look.
Hey,
Kinda like
you know
that.
something? I don't need dye.
Yeah.
Just go down to this restaurant and ask for extra soy
Yeah,
sauce.
People bring in pictures. He brings in a packet of soy sauce. I want it just like this.
Yeah, this is what I want to look like.
In fact, use this to
Yeah.
make it. Yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is a weird one though. It
Yeah.
is weird because those.
I like
commercials-
Sebastian Gorka. I just think his hair is bizarre.
Yeah, but he's a weird one to have commercials. Like, who are you?
Well, he has a TV show now, John,
He does.
on Newsmax. Yes, he does. A weekly TV. And
he's
actually,
big time on Newsmax.
let me tell you something. It's not bad. I mean, it's not. Let's put it this way.
Sure, Brian.
Well, his voice is great. You know what I mean?
But
Greetings.
the whole show of it, I get sick of it.
Well, that's why what he
How's
does.
his
He
producer?
plays a lot of clips.
I'll take a coffee.
Yeah, everything's all snotty sounding, right?
Everything. I'd have to take a pee. I would be so annoyed.
Congratulations on your wedding.
I know everything is condescending.
Yeah.
Oh, you look wonderful today. Man, I mean, oh my god, my producer, boy, is he a bowl of joy.
Yeah, he is a pissy man.
Oh,
but
I know.
no,
I
the
would get
show's
so annoyed.
the show's not bad, but I honestly I can't. It's like with Tucker and Hannity. I can't get past 10 minutes of either of them anymore.
Yeah,
I just can't.
yeah.
I can't take Hannity's such a douche. Just as a human being, I've never seen somebody make as much money as he does by patting himself on the back
Yeah.
for, I don't know, 58 minutes out of the hour, every hour.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And nine times out of 10, it's just because you're not finishing the thought.
That's
Stupid.
it. That's it.
You know what I mean? Like that's to go play those Jedi mind trick games on somebody else. I love Tucker, but I will say, even Tucker sometimes throws a curveball at you. He'll have these great, like, well, what about the insurrection on January 6th? Oh, we go deep into it. He does those things. And then the next one, he's just aliens are Listen, come on, man.
Please.
Didn't you throw Alex Jones out?
Yes,
because you
I
said
know.
he was a kook talking about aliens. Now everybody does it.
Now it's like, okay, now they keep doing things. Hold on a second, there are UFOs, really?
John, hand to God. just last week, the government came out and acknowledged the existence of UFOs. Can you stop it?
It's so
This
funny.
when I swear to you, this is why I feel like my life is a dream. When I was a kid, I remember thinking like, this government's like a joke, and eventually you're just gonna kind of see through it. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden they're telling us like when they're caught in something because they always try to divert your attention, no matter what it is. Now all of a sudden it must be pretty bad because the government's going, look, aliens.
Yeah.
Look, everybody, aliens. You want to see aliens? We got aliens.
It's the dumbest thing because I like it. Every time they start a story like that, they always go with, "Oh, hold on a second. All right, we're talking about UFOs here, but don't worry. It's not Russia. It's not China. It's not no foreign country. Don't get any of those.
It's
thoughts
just
in your
something
head."
from other planets.
Yeah, it's clearly something from another galaxy.
If that makes you feel better, listen.
What?
Because in all reality,
Oh my
it's
God.
people testing missiles
Yeah,
and doing
yes.
crazy things that like
Yeah.
we're on the brink of extinction.
Or I don't know. It is a drone from another country.
Exactly.
I mean, cut the crap.
Yeah. No,
We've got-
John.
We've got satellites floating around in space that you can see anything you want in the whole world. But and yet we're supposed to believe that there's some foreign alien from some whacked out galaxy from far, far beyond.
You know what my favorite part is?
Crap.
Is when they videotape it for a few seconds and then
Yeah.
boom, it goes out of screen.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Like you just said, we have satellites now.
Right.
We have cameras everywhere that are always recording. So just because it went out of the frame of that one shot, there should be 9 billion other
Yeah.
cameras
Yeah.
that caught it.
You're damn right. And I love the famous one, the real good one, where it's just a dot. It's just a gray dot in the sky. And magically, it's going like 1 billion miles an hour. But magically, this camera just picks it up and be like, hold on a second. So the cameraman is so good. He's tracking this thing flying. And then they're keeping up with
You got to lead it. You got to like shoot ahead of it a little bit.
It's apparently going like light speed, but they're keeping up with it.
Yeah,
So they
John,
keep-
you like let's put it this way: if the star is to your right, you shoot like I don't know 90 degrees to your left, because then by
Holy
the time
crap.
it meets, and then you can see it.
incredible. It's incredible how the camera was keeping up with the thing, going
course.
as fast as it was, and they kept it in the very middle of the frame.
Oh, they're professionals.
Wow,
Yeah,
they were
that's
good.
Whoever that was deserved a raise, by the way.
Yeah, and then
'Cause
and then the
Talk
back,
about, and not once did you hear the cameraman go, "Holy F!"
I can't keep up with this, boss.
Not even new.
In the,
Hey,
in the pilot and the ship that they're flying, it's like this thing's going way too fast. We can't keep up with this either.
it amazes you because and not once do you hear a human reaction to somebody going, "Oh my God, that's a real UFO."
Right.
It's like the movies. Holy F!
Yeah, no,
You know?
it's not anything else, but it's a UFO from some other galaxy.
Yeah.
And then the kicker to all this, every time you see these stupid stories, and they're breaking in with them, they've been breaking in with them more and more recently. I don't know why, but when they do, ever notice the dates on these videos? It's like this date, April 2015.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell?
Well, they couldn't release it right away, John.
You know, there would have been 2 top secrets.
But now this administration has decided, hey, we are going to start talking about aliens.
yeah,
The administration that is running the United States government is talking about effing aliens. There's
Yeah.
a pandemic. We're on the brink of World War III. Our borders are flooded open.
yep.
We're being threatened with biological weapons every day and nuclear weapons every day of our lives. And this is what you're talking about?
I know.
Like this
I don't
is,
get it.
so Tucker does that, that's why I can only get
He
through.
does it a lot.
Yeah, he does. So I can only get through about 10 minutes of each of Hannity and Tucker. But, I even like watching the Gorka show.
Mhm.
You know something? It's because here's the problem. And I think a lot of people feel this. No matter what, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
You could go protest and they'll arrest you. Like this is when you start realizing that this country's really made the fundamental change that
Oh.
Obama was talking about.
100%.
because
100%.
They're silencing you and saying it's because it's hate speech. So it's okay to shut you up. Well, you know something? We need to take your guns away from you because it's for your safety. I mean, this is getting crazy. So you're going after the First and Second Amendments. Bing, boom. You got people. I love when they talk about the insurrection. And people who don't understand and didn't see the videos and didn't actually, they just believe what they're told. They were talking about the insurrection the other day of how horrible and oh my God, it was the worst day in history. Who was it? Was Schumer? When I don't actually, I shouldn't say it was Schumer. Somebody compared it to 9/11.
Oh, a lot of them did though.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
And then you see exactly what it really was. You know what I mean? And come on, guys.
Especially when they were going back and you say, okay, those people in black that first got into the building, they knew what they were doing. They
Of
knew
course they did.
where they were going, how to break in. It seemed a little too coincidental. Then when you see some of the pushback, when you saw just a small barrier from police of like 3-4 cops, stopping just this apparent raid of people, where those like hundreds of people trying to break through, but you had these little cops just pushing back a little bit, and it wasn't a real fight. It looked so staged.
See what they show is there's
very,
also,
very
and
strange.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, it's just so stupid. They show different videos. They'll show like where there was violence. And by the way, if you remember, like we kept saying, and everyone kept saying, because Antifa and Black Lives Matters had been rioting for what, almost a year and a half at this point.
Yeah.
They said, dress like Trump supporters and go and start trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'm sorry, and maybe it's me, but I could normally nail a liberal 8 out of 10 times just by look.
Me too.
8 out of 10 times, I nail it. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, the people that were doing all that horrible stuff, because why? Because what? Because we thought the election was rigged. Well, that wasn't going to fix anything, and everybody knows that. So it was going to be the next like legal step, but there had to be a show of support saying, hey, you know something? You claim 80-something million people voted for the other guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
they claim it.
Yeah, but here's over a million or whatever showed up that did vote for this guy. So what did they do? They had their people in there to make it look bad.
That's right.
And then they wound up, I don't know, stomping all over these people's constitutional rights. There are people that have been held in well, to this day, but are held in isolation.
Yeah.
People,
incredible.
And this is the best part, when somebody cops to something after being held in isolation and your rights being stomped on for years, and people have just forgotten about you and just left you in there. They cop a plea now because they go in front of the judge and they'll go, well, Trump told me to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know something? I would say anything to get out of where they are too.
Same here.
And then you know what they're doing?
It's gonna be horrific.
They're not even letting these people go, saying time served. They're giving them 4 or 5 years extra.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the other side of things, do you remember the kids? It's on video. I've seen the video a million times. The guys in Philadelphia that set the cop car on fire and then pushed the firing cop car into the cops.
Yeah.
Where they weren't even covering their faces.
They had their reasons.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was during the pandemic. Everybody was a little edgy.
Yeah. Something to do.
Just they never saw those things before. They wanted to touch them. Stupid. Just what I mean. Just it's amazing because I saw those people's faces. 90% of them didn't cover their faces.
Yeah.
People that were looting weren't covering their faces anymore because they realized you get arrested, they're just going to let you go 10 minutes later anyway.
That's right.
And it's not even going to. But something, you go try to. Joe Biden just in the last few months has called, no joke. How many people do you think really voted for Trump? What did they say? 74?
Yeah, 74.
Okay.
So it's more than that.
Yes, let's say it's
A lot
80-ish.
more.
Yeah,
It was
and now
probably
it's
close
even more.
It's probably close to 100.
I would think so. I think he really
I think it was a landslide. I
do
really
too.
There was no way.
And when people say stuff like, oh, you're delusional. Listen, this is why we're not delusional. Go back to that time. We had the economy had a massive rebound. If you look at the stock market, he would even brag that it was called a V.
Yeah.
Because we were the hottest economy on the planet. Then COVID hit and the stock market took a dump.
That's right.
And you know something? He stepped in and put in policies. I love when people go, no, we didn't. Yeah, I know. He didn't do anything. He's like, Biden, he just sat there.
Please.
Yeah. And then boom, it goes right back up. And then Biden comes in and it takes it over. And now, we're in the middle of a pandemic. You know what I mean? And he brought the economy back. Unemployment was hitting the lows. You know what I mean? It went, and people go, oh, unemployment was at an all-time high. It was the pandemic. Remember, they told people to stay home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made you stay.
They made you
shut
stay.
businesses down.
Yeah. So what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
And you blame them for that. That's stupid. Yeah. But there are people that just believe it because they are stupid.
But now you got this idiot wacko president who's just yesterday saying, well, something, this food shortage it's not going away anytime soon. And it's not that we can do anything to fix it fast.
Does that not make everybody panic?
Hell, and he even said that about gas prices. He said that gas prices, not that we can change anything about that overnight. And what there is, you idiot.
Yes, and you know what?
Just like you changed it overnight.
Yeah. Well, he's just saying he's not going to change it back.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. So we have 2.5 years of suffering coming.
Yeah.
And what is crazy? You're right. What's crazy about it? And people are starting to get it now, but it's new still. Paying $5 a gallon is new.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, it'll go back down, right?
Yeah, that's it. Everybody's thinking it'll go back down soon.
Hopefully, just a few months, hopefully.
Yeah.
But when food prices, I went to go get, my stupid boar's head the other day, right? And you know what I realized? What I realized was they used to charge, I think, like for the chicken breast, it was like $8.99 a pound.
Yeah.
Right. And in the last, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, it's gone up to $12.99 a pound.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so that's $4.
That's incredible.
That's $4. That's almost 50%. That's like a 40-something% jump
for cold cuts. That's crazy.
And it's only going higher. The higher the gas prices, the higher the food prices. Yeah. And people aren't. Then you have the president of the United States not saying, "Hey, I have a plan."
Yeah.
But saying, "Well, deal with it." asshole.
That's exactly it. Hey,
Yeah.
guys, hey, it's here and it's here to stay. What do you want from me?
I caused it, and I'm not going to fix it.
Really doesn't care.
No,
It's
he doesn't care.
It's really crazy, and that's what when you hear him talk like that, that's what's so I guess disheartening because you think, what kind of an a-hole? I mean, that's not a president. President's not supposed
No.
to be like that, But no, this one is, and I just don't understand how we have this man in office who's running and steering the ship, even though we know it's not him. It's really Obama. We all know that. But nothing is happening. Nobody is doing anything about it, and nothing will be done about
Now,
it.
you know
And
what's
even the midterms scare the crap out of me.
Well, I think it's because it's rigged.
Yeah.
And you're not. Let's put it this way. This is when we went from a democracy, a republic, actually,
Mhm.
to what we are now. When Biden won, they tried to enact stuff, and they did online, where if you said that you believed that there was some wrongdoing in the election,
Yep.
they threw you off the internet.
Well,
They
no
banned you.
worries. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm not talking about people like that. I'm talking about you and I. I'm talking about
Yeah.
if you said something, there were companies, remember, like who during the pandemic, when everybody was going, so wait a minute, the vaccines was 95% and it's what now, 6?
Yeah.
6? Well, they were a little off.
It's a big deal, right?
So what do you mean wearing masks actually hurt you, not helped you? Because you would have that dirty rag on your face and you inhaled all your germs all day? Oh, okay. Oh, and what do you mean, immunity, your immune system? You know what I mean? It needs to work, otherwise it dies.
it just blows my mind. But none of that matters.
None of it matters. Well, and then you hear people like you want to hear. I know that this is where we get conspiracy theory-ish, right? But there's actually audio, and maybe we'll get it after the break here, of a guy. I think he's like a CEO of something, and he was talking about how they really need to half the world's population by the year 2023. But he said this, like in 2000, I forget what it was, but he said it before. So and Bill Gates has said it. Other people have said it.
Bill Gates has said it a bunch of times.
And they've threatened food shortages before. Bill Gates warned us about the food shortage by saying, oh, yeah, watch this, because he's a very powerful guy somehow. He came up with a computer.
Yeah, kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
that guy, when he says stuff like that, and he says it all the time, is so creepy. And he did predict this, a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
During an interview.
Said it was basically necessary.
And everybody laughed at it. Like, whatever. But he's like, no, basically, we got to thin the herd a little bit. What do you want from me? We're overpopulating. And why are we overpopulating? And a lot of this is, well, I guess a huge part of this is kind of man-made, where these borders are just shot to hell. So you're just letting these people in. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. And if Bill Gates is really saying, around the world, we really got to trim some of this fat.
The best way to do it, by the way, is to take infected people and mix them in with healthy people.
You got it.
Exactly. These our borders being open is terrifying, and everybody always says, you have diseases from other countries, and bad people do exist in the world, like terrorists and stuff. So what you need to do is know who's coming in and out.
Yep.
So that's not being a racist. That's being a realist, and you're pretty stupid to not think that way. And you're going to put everybody at risk over what?
Right.
And that's what they do. Our country, though, right now is being run by a moron. Right? No, for real. The guy's
really
stupid. Even when he had his faculties, he was stupid. You know what I mean? What did Obama say? Never underestimate Joe's ability to F something up.
Yeah. And look at it.
And he didn't want Obama didn't even endorse Joe until what was it? The day before the election?
It's yeah. I remember he wasn't going to, because then I was thinking, who's he going to endorse?
Didn't he do endorse like Deval Patrick for a minute?
Yeah, it was him. And then I think they did one event. One event and about 2 people showed up, or I think 1.
Yeah, 1 person showed up, and Trump had something the same night, and I don't know, like 27,000 showed up.
That's the guy you endorsed, Deval Patrick.
Well, and that you would have tipped the world off.
Yeah.
Really, you would think. I love how, once again, that we lived in a country where freedom of speech was one of our biggest attributes. And now, once again, if you say that the election was stolen, if you say that COVID was manufactured from China and Wuhan, I don't know, at the coronavirus lab.
Yeah.
All
right, Brian, hold on a second. Well, I got to tell you, Brian, Bill Gates did not invent the computer, you a-holes. Bill Gates, he invented an operating system.
Oh, God. That has to be John from Braintree.
Listen, guys, they have it wrong all the time.
If you did some research.
Something, I am sick. I don't get paid enough for this crap. I got to correct them all the time. I don't understand why they do this. They
You know,
get their
maybe just read a
facts
book.
wrong.
Maybe if you read a book once or twice, you wouldn't
Invent
think
the
like that.
computer kind of mugs. He didn't do that. It was an operating system.
Whatever, stupid. You got our point.
Ever hear of Windows?
Evan Ball, settle down.
It was one little slip, but we all got it, John.
Yeah, when we say the computer, most people get it. We don't need to. Well, actually, it's not the computer. It's the operating system that the computer is encasing is what he came up with, not the actual outer shell. Stupid.
You know something? He didn't invent like the USB.
By the way, now you know what's great about this is I googled what you said about Biden, basically saying there's nothing he could do about gas prices or food prices.
Yeah, he just said it yesterday.
Well,
or the day before.
Listen how this is how 180 the world is trying to do this. It shakes you up just to keep you confused. I googled it and I got 12 different articles that came up that said Biden's plan to lower gas prices. Biden's this, Biden's that, right? CNN Politics, John. Did you hear what I just said?
Yep.
CNN Politics wrote, and I can't believe my own mouth here. Biden says there's nothing he could do to bring down gas or food prices in the near term.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, I'm seeing this on CNN.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it because they did say they were going to overhaul the crap?
Oh yeah.
So now they're going to admit to all this stuff and show the sham.
When Biden said that, like I said yesterday, the day before, now it's out in the open. All right, it's everybody's fair game. They can talk about it now.
But here's the best part about CNN and the news because they protect this guy. It was obviously audio, right?
Yeah.
There's no audio clip to this, John. It's just quotes.
Oh, I heard him say it.
I understand. I'm telling you, CNN though. You know why? Because have you noticed the liberal news? This is something that I picked up on. The liberal news doesn't play a lot of audio clips of Joe, and if they do, they're very short and powerful sounding. Okay, where they cut out the ums, the uhs, and where he gets lost and all that stuff. And I'll say something like, I'm behind, blah blah blah. You're like, ooh, it sounds real. And then we see him, doddering, not knowing which way to get off the stage, and all that. Basically, that's why they won't promote the audio, but. What he said was there's a lot going on right now, but the idea we're going to be able to click a switch, bring down the cost of gasoline is not likely in the near term, nor is it regarding food.
Yeah.
Biden said, that
isn't that crazy?
Wait a minute. Is this coming from the same man that not 3 months ago told us this food shortage would not be affecting America?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because remember, he did say that.
Don't worry
right?
about it. Yeah. Nothing to panic over. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. This is going to happen everywhere else in the world, but here.
And even in that, he goes further and he's talking about, the baby food shortage. Yeah, we knew about that back in April.
Well, he has to say that now.
We knew about it. Yeah. But
he did nothing.
He was saying, yeah, we knew about it and we did everything we could in our power. We tried to move as fast as we could to kind of get production and all that crap. No, you didn't. You didn't do anything. You did this on purpose. All this is on purpose. When you had those ships, those containers out in the ocean for all those days, weeks, months, whatever it was, maybe they're still there. Who the hell knows? We had them out there. You did nothing about it. All these things you've done nothing about, and it's all intentional. But yet you have no problem sending the Ukraine all these billions of dollars.
Oh, and more weapons yesterday.
Yeah, now they want more weapons.
And weapons of war, by the way. And
these will reach Russia, Brian, but he's confident he's not going to shoot them into Russia.
Putin literally warned us against this.
Yeah.
And I imagine if somebody moved into Mexico and Russia started supplying them
Mexicans with the weapons
to reach, DC.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, why don't people get what he's doing? He's getting us into World War III.
Yep.
And under the guise of needing to help this Zelensky idiot that, by the way, he and his wife were on like another show.
Oh my God.
Over the weekend. Like, what? Are you guys kidding?
It's insane that we are supposed to believe this. Like, they are real. This is still out there. And we're supposed to believe the crap that I don't know. We are under the impression that the Ukraine is being invaded for the 100th day. This is going on 100 days by a world superpower.
Yeah. Well, Russia's, not as strong as they used to be, apparently, John.
Well, Brian, the Ukrainians, they are losing about 60 people a day.
They should be losing about 60,000 an hour.
Yeah.
You're going against a world power. You're not going against a city.
I don't think a world power would go into a country, and if they were really trying to invade, if that was the full intent, they're trying to invade, I wouldn't think they would go half-ass and be like, hey, we're just going to kind of dick around for a little bit and see what we can do.
Especially now, knowing that the world is watching.
Yeah, that exactly. You think Putin wants to be embarrassed? That's why I don't think any of this is real. I think this is what we're getting on our side.
Total propaganda?
It's 100%. I think it's all propaganda. I don't think it's happening at all. I just don't. I mean, whatever they're showing us on TV, whatever they're telling us, I don't know. It's something fake. It's
Well,
just not
I'll
real.
say this. I what I think is crazy is you don't have a president or a leader. And by the way, I like when they act like the Ukraine's a democracy. It's not.
Yeah.
We're helping, a pretty bad guy. I don't care that he used to be a comedian. What does that matter to me?
Yeah.
If anything, they hired a puppet. They hired a better puppet than we elected.
Exactly. And in fact, that just makes me doubt the whole thing even more.
Exactly.
mean,
Well, and now he's having but John, did you like the movie stars are stopping by?
Yeah, they're all going by. Didn't Sean Penn?
Yeah, Sean Penn went to go visit you. Listen,
Sean Penn has been relevant since when?
I think they're
The
doing
Outsiders?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High 2.
Yeah.
That's coming out soon.
Since Spicoli is
Yeah, the reunion show.
Cut the crap.
Yeah, I mean but they feel so safe, that Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, all the actors and Bono and
Oh yeah, I
They
forgot
feel-
Bono.
they and the Edge
did-
man.
they
They
did
did
a
the show in a bomb shelter. I
Yeah.
mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
this
Brian,
is stupid.
I mean, the town that Russia is currently invading. Do you know that thousands and thousands of Ukrainians are under severe lockdown because of it?
Oh, that's inconvenient.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
I mean,
what?
you got a war outside, like literally Saving Private Ryan outside your front door, and you're bitching because you got to stay inside.
Yeah, I know. I really don't understand. I wish we had a real good grasp what was going on over there. If anything, what it might
Well,
be.
I think once
because
again,
this is just all garbage.
having my leader show up on what was the Grammys or Emmys, one of those.
Yeah,
He was he a presenter?
I'd be pretty pissed off if all of a sudden we are literally under attack. There's F-16s flying over our house, flying over. Imagine that. If like we saw F-16s or these rockets being launched over these buildings, that would be beyond terrifying.
Yeah.
Beyond terrifying. And then we happen to turn on the TV or, all those sirens, those war sirens are going on. So you have to listen to certain broadcasts to see, all right, where can we go for shelter and this and that. And then you turn it on and you see that guy saying, now presenting the best rap album of 2022. What? Go F yourself. Are you kidding me? No, thank you. I don't believe any of
Yeah,
that.
like I
don't
said,
believe any of
I found the fact that he's on. I think he's done a game show or two. I think he did a thing with Drew Carey.
Yeah, he
He
did.
was a special guest. But then the
Yeah,
funny
he was
thing,
on The Price is Right playing Plinko.
yeah, he got to the final showdown, showcase showdown.
He
He
sure
missed
did,
it by
right.
$1 though, because the
He
girl.
almost won the new car. Incredible.
It's crazy, but then he turned in. He went from the guest, but because at one point, remember, just like the bad guy in every Superman movie, he would show up on a TV screen somewhere, a really big one though, like
Yeah.
when he talked to the UN.
Yeah.
Or when he talked to different countries, he has massive like drive-in
He's
theater
literally
screens.
Oz.
Yeah, exactly. It was just his head,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it was always perfectly manicured.
It's
He always had a
incredible.
nice shave.
Yeah.
I mean, just clean hair. I mean, in the middle of a war, but you don't have to be dirty about it.
Right. But now he's walking around that nice. I like the green military T-shirt with the bulletproof vest.
Yes, they have they have a
it's
good
just-
wardrobe over there.
Literally just got off the battlefield and he's meeting with our dignitaries. I love it.
Listen, guys, I understand that we're still going against the Russians here. Hand me that M16. Oh, wait a second. Leno's on the phone.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, listen, you guys do this. I'll be right back.
Love it.
Hold on a second. Jay-Z wants me to present something.
I know. Yeah, he and Beyonce, they want me to be the godfather of Kanye West, baby.
But we have, I mean, how many of our politicians just show up too?
It's
just
so stupid. Wasn't Mitch McConnell there a couple weeks ago? And that's what's funny too, because you do see this idiot dressed up in full fatigues. And he's just, oh, Mitch is here. All right, hold on a second. Let's go out to the courtyard, take a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
Look at the backdrop. It's wonderful.
exactly. We saved the courtyard just for photo ops.
Yeah.
Come on, Mitch. Ladies and
this is better
gentlemen,
than that.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
Welcome, Nancy
look
Pelosi.
at
We didn't know Nancy was going to be
Hey,
accompanying you.
hey, how's the husband?
Hi.
All right this way.
You know something? I'd take the keys with you next time, Nancy. Huzzing! Just kidding, Nancy.
You're a good egg. You're
Yeah,
a
I
good
love
egg
you.
for
You know I
being-
love you.
We
Good
all
luck.
support you. You know that, you old bag.
Now we need a few more billion.
That's right. That's fine. Don't give it to San Francisco. You know you hate those scumbags, right? Give it to us. We're the Ukraine. We need
Yeah.
All
Wait.
right,
Hey,
thank
you know something? Why don't you just give them needles so they overdose?
Oh, wouldn't that be a hoot? If you want to throw in a couple crack pipes, it'll be fun. Yeah, party bags.
Crazy.
Love it. Love it.
This
love
is effing crazy.
it. Yeah.
Our president is saying that we're going to have more food and energy shortages,
Yep.
and we're giving billions of
worries.
dollars to another country.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so big deal.
When Trump was on a phone call and they called it treason because I don't know, he said he instead of we. But this guy literally is trying to bankrupt the country.
So what?
During a
That's a big
pandemic.
deal.
And
Yeah.
my favorite thing now too. Where'd the pandemic go?
What
What
pandemic?
what happened to the
Which one you
pandemic?
talking
Everybody,
about? The new one?
no,
There's
what
the new-
monkeypox?
There's no that one that kind of faded out real quick.
Yeah, monkeypox is kind of a drop in a pan. That's what I say.
Nobody really believed in it. It's like monkeypox. Who?
You know
it's like-
why? Because monkeypox sounds gross.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to say, "Oh, I have monkeypox."
Right.
You sound like a freak.
You do. I mean, imagine if you said I got warts.
Yeah, exactly. I got blisters. I got these
Yeah.
disgusting pussy blisters.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Yeah,
So if you say monkeypox, it's gross.
Yeah, you don't want to say that. So they got to come up with a better name.
Yeah, that's right.
You
If
know?
they had, right, because COVID is like,
Yeah, that sounds like COVID could kill you. It just
Yeah.
sounds powerful.
oh,
COVID, and not just COVID. I had COVID
yeah.
19.
Or is it the coronavirus?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, it got real.
Yeah, that
technical
sounds
with
wimpy though. I think the coronavirus sounds a
You're
little
right.
wimpy.
COVID was more of
Yeah,
a
COVID's a
this-
punch in
this
the
one's
face.
gonna kill you.
I don't tell people I had the coronavirus.
That's
I was
right.
ag-
Sounds weird. Coronavirus
Yeah.
sounds like you're on vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I had COVID. Yeah, yeah,
Just tougher.
yeah. So monkeypox didn't really have the
Yeah.
moxie.
So they'll come up with something else. Don't worry about it.
Yes, one thing, but I think there's another one though, because I'm pretty sure the WHO, or it was Dr. Fauci himself, was talking about there's one other pandemic that's it could be a pandemic. It may not be, but it could be. So now pandemics could be popping up all.
Yeah,
over
it's like
the place.
tsunamis. Remember when
yeah.
nobody had ever heard of a tsunami?
Yeah,
and
and
then
then wipes out one country.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it kills, I don't know, 100,000 people once.
Yeah.
And everything is compared.
Every little wave.
Yeah,
is a
now,
tsunami.
then all of a sudden there's tsunami warnings, and I had to listen to them. They would
Yeah.
break into the Yankee games.
Yeah, talk about the boy crying wolf. It's
Yeah.
like enough already with your tsunami warning.
And all,
We
it was just
get
like,
it.
the surfers are going to have a good day. Now shut your face.
Yeah,
Move on.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna love it. Oh, Skidoo is gonna have a sale tomorrow.
I'd even go in the water and jump with the waves at that
Yeah,
point
it'd
because
be
that's
so
what I like
fun.
doing.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
So fun.
But I mean, because really most of those tsunamis were just a bust.
Yeah, they were.
You know, just the one big one sucked.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know,
I
we
know.
get it.
That was bad. All
Yeah.
all the videos.
Of course, it was
and stuff,
horrible.
that was bad.
And once again, though, it just shows you how fragile life is and how crazy it is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because like once imagine chilling. Like I used to feel horrible for those people that were like in the hotels. They would think, well, at least we're inside. You know, and then you realize the buildings are going to collapse. Or I don't know, the water's still coming in. It's 10, 20 feet high. You know what I mean? You're only on floor 2.
oh, that's
That's when you start wishing you booked the higher floor.
Yeah,
When
you
you start
think?
going, oh, yeah, I know it was $30 more, but
Yeah, but at the same time, you're thinking, all right, when's the floor gonna give way? And we all go.
It does at any point. I mean, there were
Yeah.
people in trees as it was going by. That was
Yeah.
terrifying.
That's right. They
It
were
just
all-
shows you Mother Nature's a bitch, man.
That's just insane.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Like 1 minute you're chilling on the beach, next minute you're hanging 100 feet in a tree.
Yeah, that has to seem like once again the Truman Show, John.
Yeah.
Things like that shouldn't happen.
Hold on a second. I was just over there with my blanket.
I was looking for sunscreen.
I was even thinking, should I make a castle? And then now look at me. Now I'm hanging in a nest.
I can't make no castle up here.
This is terrible.
Yeah,
man.
that sucks,
these
man.
Branches are sharp. Yeah, that does
Ow.
suck though. Yeah, so it is weird that everything is so frail, but yet we worry about the weirdest things. Like,
Yeah.
all right, you know what? Let's just shut down those pipelines so we can jam everybody with gas.
And then-
why? Why not?
Which I then have the guts to say, well, what am I supposed to do about it?
Yeah, I can't.
You
go,
know that
all I talk about food shortage. Big whoop.
one word from my mouth about opening back up the pipelines would probably make gas drop by, I don't know, 30%.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like in just a week or two.
Yeah.
You know, and then when it actually started flowing, you know what I mean? If you didn't F up the deals between us and Canada and whatever. Although Canada, by the way, I know
Oh,
we're jumping
got it.
around here.
are we? We
Yeah.
never do that, so it's out of school. It's
That is
okay.
true.
To do
That-
it once in a while. Is
That is
fine.
a good point, John.
No problem.
But Trudeau, the leader of Canada,
This guy's knocking down doors, isn't he? They're all cheering him now.
I don't believe this. Like this is the guy that for some reason when truckers was saying, hey, you know, F you and your COVID vaccine thing, he decided to take their bank accounts and their, you know, and their rigs, you know, and imprison them. Right?
Yeah.
That sounds very fascist like to me. But
Eh,
you know, yeah, disagree with the government and we'll put you in jail.
it's not a big deal, really.
Yeah, I guess
Think
not.
about it. I mean, it's whatever
Hey,
they say goes.
If you just did what you were told to do, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
You know, and that's the mentality. And now this guy is outlawing every
Mhm.
gun
yeah, everything. That's what he announced
No
over the weekend.
guns?
Yeah, they're outlawing them
in
all.
Canada.
So they can't buy them, they can't sell them, they can't trade them, they can't do anything.
And you can't be in possession of them. So the ones you
Yeah.
have are illegal now too.
Yeah, I believe
You have
so.
to turn them in, I guess.
I don't know. I
This-
didn't hear all of that. If they you can keep what you currently have, or if you got to trade them in, I have no idea.
I
But
don't know.
you
I don't think
can't.
you do that.
You can't currently buy, trade, sell, nothing like that.
Really,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
But imagine.
You know,
all
Biden said it
those-
was a good idea.
Oh my God! I mean, okay. However you feel about guns, whatever. That's neither here nor there for a brief second, because just think of all the businesses that you're shutting down by doing that. I mean, there's not just
Oh,
one.
you're going a totally different way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, forget about all that stuff. Just look at just businesses alone, small businesses. I mean, you're just destroying a huge industry. I mean, of course, your rights and all that stuff.
They don't care about that, though. They all say they're saving lives.
Wow. I mean, there's so many different
But
factors to it. That's why it just boggles the mind.
Here's
It's
the only
not just
John,
the gun rights.
the argument's stupid. Here, the argument is simply this:
It is.
if you've noticed, right, every single time a bad person was taken down, he was taken down by a good person with a gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
That's the way it works. Bad people do things that are against the law. They're acting like legal gun owners are the ones you got to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Legal gun owners are the ones that are doing things the right way. So no, I'm not really afraid of them. They're responsible.
It's incredible.
I fear the people that aren't responsible, that just kick doors in and start firing. And it's kind of like that one picture. And there was a church. This was a few years ago, where a gunman came in, right, and he was just shooting people. And at one point, I think 4 or 5 of the parishioners stood up and took their guns out and leveled this asshole.
Yeah, it was great.
And you know something? If those guns weren't there, that guy would have went up and down those pews and killed those people.
That's right. And that's why it's so disgusting that those stories always get hidden. The one that just happened the other day, where that woman during that graduation, the guy was there with an AR, an AK, one of those big guns, whatever, and he was there. The lunatic started shooting and didn't hurt anybody. Might have hit somebody, but didn't kill anybody, rather. And then one woman was there, just picked up, had a gun, shot him, took him out. I mean, without her, without that gun,
yeah, it's a massacre.
God knows what would have happened.
No, it's a massacre.
Yeah, and you would have heard about that on the news then. But since this happened and a good story happened because of this gun, you'll never hear about that.
The propaganda being thrown at the people of this country is crazy, and the way that they cover for this guy is amazing. And like I said, now that I've been saying this for a while, and everybody who says I'm crazy, and I say, well, you got to start picking up extra food, because eventually they're going to yank it.
Yeah.
And to
Which is insane.
To hear the president say, we're going to yank your food supply. That's exactly what he's saying. He can blame whatever he wants to blame. We know what the blame is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't tell me it's world stuff, because I don't give two. And that proves the Make America Great Again mentality, because I don't give 2 craps about what's going on in the rest of the world just yet. Every country that exists needs to be self-sustaining. You need to be able to feed yourself. You be able to produce energy and your pharmaceuticals and everything you need to exist as a civilization, because you can't count on the rest of the world.
Yeah.
They screw up, you're effed. It doesn't work like that in a real world. Well, it does, but
what's crazy is 9/11 wasn't a good enough wake-up call, that you had to realize that we should be self-sustaining a little bit more than this, only because, wow, look at that. There are other countries out there that really hate us. But then, maybe we didn't learn a lesson. But the coronavirus, that didn't teach you, when we couldn't get any of our PPEs, all that stuff, couldn't get any of those things, the pharmaceuticals, none of that, couldn't get it, realize that the majority of our pharmaceuticals were made from China, and you're still doing nothing about this?
And masks worked so well that they thought a quarantine was better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so there's these horrible things that are going on right in front of us, and there's nobody preventing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the showman, and that's why people love to divide you into parties, because then it's easier to argue with you. It's like calling somebody a racist. It shuts you down very quickly. So if you say on Fox News, I don't listen to Fox News, you idiot, or CNN, I don't listen to CNN, you idiot.
Yeah.
But the point is, something, it's about the story, not about where you got it from. And it's about if it's true or not. And there are a lot of things. Once again, when the president of the United States of America, we just went from effing 4 years ago having a surplus of everything. Gas, oil being like is negative money a barrel.
It's a little bit more than that now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Food abundant. You'd go into stores and everything's overflowing. Everything was cheap. Things were great, but you didn't like you didn't like the color of his skin, ironically enough. And you didn't like how brash he was. You liked the effects of what you got from him.
Yeah.
You liked when your 401k went up 40-50%. You loved all that, because now everybody, well, how's your 401ks doing?
Oh yeah, swimming.
And
so well. Bro.
And this is how the liberals dismiss everything. Like when Trump, everybody would say everybody's 401ks are going through the roof. The liberals would go, well, not everybody has one.
Yeah, don't you love that answer?
Bitchy little kid answer.
What kind of an answer is that?
Nah, not everybody's getting it.
Yeah, well, you keep talking about just a couple of people have that.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing you've ever.
That's your logic?
Yeah, it's just.
So I guess you don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, and then from the side, when I remember Nancy Pelosi, when I think it was Obama, gave some horrible break, and I think it was like $20 a year or whatever. And she said something like, "Would you walk by a $20 bill on the street?" You know, we were just in an economy where that
Oh
was
my God.
hundreds of thousands of dollars people were making.
That was as dumb as a comment as well. You think I wiped it with a cloth? I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, she is notorious for having some beauties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Nancy
You're-
Pelosi, and the other one was Hillary.
Oh yeah, Hillary. Yeah, these idiots. What are you guys doing?
Well, they're
you really
dumb
think,
people.
You really think the public is that bad?
Yes, they
Do
do.
you think that we are that stupid that when you say something that dumb, that we're not going to look at you as that, and then you go and during a pandemic and you show us your freezer full of all this ridiculous.
But
you
the
look like
$18 a pint
such
ice
a
cream.
hypocrite. You guys are so all of
No,
them.
it's called rubbing it in your face. By the way,
I mean, think of the ones like a Hillary, a Pelosi, Liz Warren, all of them. They're all like the exact same.
Of course.
Literally the exact
of course.
That's disgusting.
Well, it was because it's a business. It's a game.
yeah,
You
because
know,
right
politics are crazy.
now, and it scares you to think that Liz Warren on that side is gaining
come on.
steam.
You know something that just shows
Like,
me
for-
how demented that other side
Oh,
is. If
yeah.
you can listen to that woman and not see her over dramatic acting nonsense,
Insane,
plus the fact she's really not accomplished much in a long time.
right?
You know what I mean? I don't know. And
Has
that's
she ever?
I think they try to say she had one bill go through,
Oh.
or she was a part of a bill that went through.
Ah,
You know what I
nice.
mean? When they threw her a bone,
A good egg. Yeah.
you know, but she stinks. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And trust me, from a state that I'm embarrassed to say that I live in because of her
Mhm.
and a dumb thing she says. Like when she was crying, you know, the other day because she was so mad and she thought that was good.
Yeah, when she literally was grandstanding outside of her office.
Yeah.
You know,
Was it after the shooting or something like that? Or-
Yeah, I
forget. It was
where-
some
it's
tragedy.
One of these tragedies that they were trying to make a bigger deal.
Yeah, and she was overdoing it,
it was. Way
but she
too
got
much.
her TV time.
Yeah, she did, and we remember that. Remember seeing. All right, well, she was out there squawking again, but she's like, I guess recently she's the one of the big ones now on the Democratic side. So I wonder if their play is instead of Hillary. Because remember Hillary a few weeks back, maybe a month or whatever ago. She was making kind of this little play. They're thinking, is Hillary coming back?
I still think she's coming back.
Oof, she could, but if not, I mean, don't you think Liz Warren is their girl? You know,
If they went, no, actually, I don't. Only
she checks
because,
some boxes,
she only-
she's a minority.
but she only checks one, even though she does have that haircut.
I know that's true. It's a very good point.
Yeah, I thought it was two, but it was only
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, just one. Yeah,
Because
it's
remember when
clear.
she was having herself a beer with her hubby.
Oh,
Bec-
I'm
that
so
was-
glad you're here.
That was
Oh.
very natural.
Oh, boy, isn't this great? Welcome to the set. I mean, welcome to home. Yeah, did you want to
Actor number two.
Yeah, I know. You are my husband, Ralph. Hi, Ralph. My name is Nate. I mean, would you like a brewski?
Have a
My
brewski.
sweet, I long for you. We have this lovely relationship. Look how natural we are.
What a horse's ass.
She was an idiot. She
What?
is an idiot. I mean, for her to really kind of try to pull the wool over everybody's eyes for all these years, and everybody still is like, oh, she's great.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this is why I just wish in some way, and I know we're supposed to be their bosses. I just wish these politicians had bosses or people to answer to be like, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah. It's not, you can't run free like this.
Yeah.
The whole point is you have to show some dignity. You have to show some respect. You can't make a fool of yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because once you do, you lose the public's respect.
Mhm.
You know, like I don't want to ever think, and it makes me, you know, I actually don't think of it on purpose, but the fact that this woman goes and votes on my behalf
Yeah. That's
scares
tough.
the crap out of me.
That's a tough one.
I don't agree with anything that Liz Warren says, just for the record. Okay. I really don't. I think that she's a grandstanding idiot that
Idiot.
has literally taken advantage of everything she could in her life, even things that weren't true, like
Yeah.
ethnicity, just because it bettered her life.
Oh, isn't that gross?
You know, I mean, she's really just a slime bag.
Yeah, she
You know, and
is.
she I used to say all the time, this woman, like she is the female Chuck Schumer. She had her nose so far up Hillary Clinton's ass. You know, it was ridiculous. Everywhere they went, there she was. Do you remember the one? It was hilarious where Hillary Clinton's walking out on stage and Liz Warren is probably about 8 steps behind her. You told her, like, you know, let Hillary have the spotlight. So wait, give her a few seconds, then you walk,
That's
right?
a good one.
And what happened was every time Hillary would stop on a stage and wave, you know, and do a look or do something, she'd then go to the next mark and do it. And then Liz Warren would go to that same mark and mimic everything Hillary just did.
Yeah.
It's like, you know something, look, we get it, but
Oh.
you can wave by yourself, can't
It
you?
really looks stupid. I always hate when they did that crap.
Well, this was her video trying to relate to the American public.
Oh,
John.
good.
I'm glad for everybody who's joining this video.
All right, so I don't want to play this one of it because there's music behind it.
The music is good.
Yeah,
we got to get more music beds like that.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna get me a beer.
Oh my god!
Yuck. Yeah.
God.
I don't know.
Nothing like coming home to this set and cracking a cold one.
I gotta get me a brewski.
Ah.
I was gonna do a video for everybody, but I realized I need some suds.
Oh my god! Gotta get my workout in. 12-ounce curls.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna get me a beer.
By the way, just get me a
I'm gonna
beer.
get me a
where
beer.
does she think we all
I'm
live?
gonna get me a barkeep a beer. Oh crap! I effed that up.
Yeah, really. Damn. Was it I'm or me?
Wait, who's the barkeep? I always wanted to say that.
All right, now the best part is
she's getting.
she went
a
and got
beer.
she got her beer. Now this is a cut from another show. So
I love it.
but now it cuts to her sitting in front of the camera, actually drinking the beer.
Yeah. Well, you got it. It's got to be the whole thing, Brian. You can't just.
Well, she's not chugging it.
Yeah.
She's drinking like a lady, John. Yeah.
Is it in a glass or?
Actually, no, she's chugging it now.
Oh,
I know it's in the bottle.
down the hatch.
Yeah, she
there,
don't eat-
Liz.
Listen, glasses are for fancy men.
All right. I was just well, I thought she is fancy.
She does like to drink them out of frosty mugs. I've heard. Yeah, still drinking.
So authentic.
After announcing
I
her
will say-
2020 runs,
I will say that against FCC violations to drink alcohol.
Well, it was online though, John. She wasn't broadcasting that.
Also, there was beyond FCC regulations.
Yes, John.
All right. I was just gonna say that's illegal.
She's just an idiot.
Yeah, she really
She's a
is.
grandstanding moron.
I think it's funny that we have these people in politics that I guess we're supposed to listen to. We're supposed to. That's what we're told to. We got to listen to them, do what they say.
I don't even
But
like the fact
boy.
that you just said "told to."
Yeah, but we are.
No, you're 100% right. I just don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't. This is not. Once again, and this is what gets people in trouble. That's not what this country was founded on.
Right.
That once again, so far they've taken your First Amendment rights away, and people don't care because what they did was they made it like, well, it's hate speech. What, you're in favor of hate? No, I know, but I'm in favor of free speech.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to like all speech, but that's why it's called free speech.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So you can't. Let's put it this way: it was so important to the founders of this country that they ranked it number one.
Yeah, it's kind of a biggie.
That's a big one.
Mhm.
Then number two, John, was your right to
Yeah.
bear arms.
Yeah, that's another biggie.
Then to have the president of the United States, who once again is telling us that there's going to be food and energy shortages, is telling us that the Constitution isn't absolute.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just a bump in the road, Bri. It is not absolute, but that doesn't mean anything.
How many times
We're
would
not going to change it.
Trump, when they would talk about gay marriage and stuff, and he would defer to the states and defer and say, no, well, we already handled that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, and in the
States deal
Constitution,
with it.
it says, like to a guy who says, I don't like it. I think we could change it. Why
Yeah.
not? Hey, and if anything, I'm probably the sanest president in the world to change the Constitution.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's not even like they gave us like a guy who pretended to be smart. Like if there was a guy that's just like, look, I got this. You guys don't get it, but I got it. And if we change the Constitution, it's going to be a great thing for everybody.
Right.
Instead, you got this doddering idiot, saying, well, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And 9mm shoot your lungs out.
Oh, shut up. This guy drives you nuts. Again, he's the president. We just went from having a guy who, if you looked at him wrong, you thought you had hell to pay.
And once again, we've spoken about this a few times, but I think one of the best things I ever saw was when Trump went to that meeting over in
that
Europe.
G7 or
Yeah,
whatever it
G7.
was. Yeah.
And he walks down and like there's a whole bunch of dignitaries and presidents, whatever, just standing there, and he literally puts his hand on this guy's shoulder and pushes him out of the way, and then straightens his collar, and it's just cheese.
Yep.
And it really was telling people America is here.
I loved it.
You know what I mean? We are a strong country, and we're tired of getting kicked around by you little pukes. Go F yourself.
Mhm.
It ain't gonna happen anymore. But now we have a guy who capitulates to everybody.
Yep.
It's payback time. Especially now. Here's something bizarre that you probably haven't heard about. But it's been authenticated, so it is 100% true. There's an email between Joe Biden's brother and Hunter, and this was, I think, in 2017, discussing setting up these meetings, with the dad, and hey,
nice.
and don't worry, payback's coming soon. We get
Hmm.
that after this is done, but don't F this up. This is the biggest opportunity of our professional lives. And that coming from, remember when Joe Biden was asked during when he was running the campaign if he ever had any dealings with Hunter's businesses, and it was no, he didn't even know what he was doing.
A couple pictures.
Yeah, you know,
But that was it.
yeah, they were playing golf.
Yeah.
They were playing golf. Hey, Trump plays golf.
Yeah, right. That's
That
all
was the
right.
answer, by the way.
Yeah,
You know,
insane.
it's incredible to see, and like we're all just going to sit back, like so. And like I said earlier, he has called people that do the ultra MAGA stuff,
Yeah,
called us
ultra MAGA.
ultra MAGA, and also called you domestic terrorists. You know what I mean? Like, so
Like, how does that make sense?
it doesn't make zero sense.
Because even if you're saying, even if you believe the fact that there were 74 million votes for Trump, if that was the number that you're really going by, you know that you literally called 74 million Americans that. How could you do that? I mean, you called half the country terrorists, domestic terrorists.
That's
Well,
crazy.
because they happen to just believe a different system than you.
Well,
I
you know,
mean, that is the most ridiculous thing ever and very un-American.
it's very well, and what happens, like this internet, which is evil, is very un-American too, because on YouTube, I just put in Biden and in quotes, shoot your lungs out. Right. I get Biden urges to act against gun violence after Texas elementary school shooting. Biden sees a chance of GOP being rational on their approach to guns. Which means what? Give him what he wants.
Yeah.
Biden faces calls to take action after he visits school. No rational basis for purchasing any high caliber weapons, says the president. When in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? Is another one. Joe Biden pushes harsh gun control laws. But that's not what I put in.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
That's not what I put in. That's not what I asked for. I asked for shooting your lungs out.
Are you on Google or DuckDuckGo?
No. That was actually on YouTube.
Oh,
You know,
really?
yeah, that's very interesting. You know, Google and DuckDuckGo. I just hate the name.
Yeah, I do too. But
It's stupid.
It is easy. I mean, well, once you put it in and change everything to DuckDuckGo, sometimes you do find other things.
It's
so-
not as bright. It needs to be brighter.
Yeah, I don't like I'm with you. The name DuckDuckGo. I mean, Google. It's like it's simple. It's like Google.
Now look at this. When I Google Biden shoot your lungs out on Google, I get a warning first. It says it looks like I guess I'm on a list. It says
Brian.
It looks like these results are changing quickly. If this topic is news, it could sometimes take time for reliable sources to publish information. What you need to do is check your sources. Are they trusted on this topic, or are they slanted? I'll come back later. I'm not done, John. I'm going to come back later. Other sources may have more information on this topic, and in a few hours or days. Wait a minute. So Google's telling me I can't get the answer? Oh, what is this? It says you want to find it online, you could use Google a source, and that's why you trust us, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you're going to consider, what is the source? Are they knowledgeable about the topic? And why are they sharing this info exactly?
Yeah.
What the hell is all this? I wanted...
That seems weird, Brian.
Yeah, I just wanted the quote
Yeah, you're not going to get that.
Now-
And that was on DuckDuckGo?
Yeah, well, now, I have one. It allowed me, because now I got past that, the warning. One says, and this is from Newsweek, Joe Biden says 9mm bullets blow the lungs out of your body. Okay.
Right.
And now the one under that from the Free Beacon is we're banning handguns. Biden suggests outlawing guns.
Yeah.
So like,
Isn't that weird?
that's a weird answer to what I just put, though. So Newsweek Newsweek sucks.
Yeah.
Newsweek is the only one that put one article out about this. Like
apparently, right?
Like that's a little wacky.
Yeah.
You know, and once again, when you consider this, like we always say, like as far as our reach on Facebook, at one point we had a lot of people, and then all of a sudden it all just dropped. And you saw like you'd put a post out, and let's say you have, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 people that follow the page, and it would say 14 views.
Yeah,
in a
doesn't
week.
make any sense.
You know, so you're on the internet, to connect with people, because billions upon billions of people are there. And 14 people saw this in 7 days.
Yeah, how does that make sense?
It didn't stink that bad. It was pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
It was funny. You would have laughed if you saw it.
Yeah, kind of a hoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why it does that. It's kind of strange.
Well, it's shadow
that they
banning.
kind of ban you a little
Shadow
bit here and
banning.
there. For what reason?
Well, they did that on Twitter to a lot of people too. Like, how many, especially big people, but there are people that are just kind of, get a lot of following 15,000 people overnight.
I remember what happened to Trump back a while ago.
But
He lost a ton.
well, what's funny about that is then it built right back up.
Yeah, it did.
Like so all those bots that they got rid of were replaced with real people, and I
Mhm.
guarantee you half the bots were real people.
Yeah, I guarantee.
You know, there's this whole weird thing with him,
Yeah.
and I love how they villainize. We said this a very long time ago, but they hated Trump from the get-go, so they villainized him. Then they had to villainize his administration. Then they villainized the people that voted for him. And now there's this bizarre anger, hatred, whatever. You know, there's nobody willing, to kind of open their eyes and say, look, guys, kidding aside, you're not going to tell me you like cheaper gas prices and you like to have more money in your pocket and you like being able to go on vacations like over Memorial Day
for real.
weekend.
Just between us, for
Yeah,
real. Just
yeah.
be honest.
Just cut the crap for a minute.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I get it. Trump.
Yeah, we
but-
understand your agenda.
Yeah, exactly. But in all reality, wasn't it better? And you're not going to tell me a rational person is going to say no.
Yeah.
Because most people that will yell and scream are the kooks, and those are the people, that are putting us in this situation, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing if you just look at the gas prices alone. Any kind of idiot liberal out there, especially if you're, I don't know, driving for a living, and realize, holy crap, my costs have gone way up.
Well,
I'm not making quite as much because I'm dumping a lot in my gas tank.
there are individual truck drivers, obviously the owner operators. A lot of them are going out of business very quickly
That's
because they can't keep up with it. And it's crazy when there was a trucker that I guess he showed how much he was paying after he filled his tanks. I forget they got 2 tanks and they're massive. It's
Mhm.
hundreds of gallons. You know what I mean? And it was like $1,200 or $1,300. And he was saying, not 2 years ago,
Yeah.
the same thing would have cost me like $400 or $500. Like now I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah.
I mean, and nobody's doing anything about it. So, by the way, then when they said how they never passed it along, remember Jen Psaki? Don't worry about it. The companies will eat that.
Yeah.
Um,
How long that lasted?
Not even a month.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah, they said F you, and
Well,
no,
she did it. It did for a couple of weeks. What do you want from me?
no, I didn't say forever.
Yeah.
I just meant for now.
Yeah.
But this was the president the other day when he was talking about gun control, John. Eventually, he was quiet about it. He
hit
didn't have a
play.
lot to say.
You got to hit play.
Yeah, I know. I actually had to take it off mute.
When I first started doing hearings on the issue of what rational gun laws should be,
What
rational gun laws?
Do you know
could
now?
be.
Here, honestly, I can make a rational gun law for the country in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to take a mental evaluation. You have to be over 18, and you can't have a criminal record. You ever commit a crime and have a gun on you? Actually, even if you don't, your gun license is yanked,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's a violent crime.
Yeah.
I think there should
And
be
it should be cooling off period. Yeah.
yeah. I think there's a cooling off period
But
before
didn't they
you
just take that away in a weird way? And
Well, I heard bump stocks are back because Biden is promoting this bump stock list.
yeah. So you want to take our guns away, but give bump stocks back, and then take away the cooling off period.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
makes sense, right?
All right. So that does not make
Well, John,
any sense.
Because it's racist if you don't.
Yeah, because the people who are for guns would be all for the gun stocks, the bump stocks be back,
Yeah.
and the cooling off period, whatever.
Yeah, the psychopaths that want to shoot somebody,
Yeah.
they're happy about no cooling off
But these
period.
people that hate guns and want to take them from us are saying, you know what? We've been thinking this cooling off period's for the birds.
Yeah.
I'm sure 5 minutes is good enough, right?
And you know something? Once again, when hey, look, by the time they get into the argument, and
Yeah.
he says, "I'm going to kill you," and drives to the gun store, it's enough time to cool off.
yeah,
He
just
doesn't need 5 more days.
just because that bar is right next to the gun store doesn't mean anything bad can happen.
It just means that the owner of that gun shop knew the 3 L's of realty:
Yeah, that's right.
location,
Yeah,
location,
and
location.
ironically enough, there's a shootout at that bar every night. We don't know how they got those guns.
It's
It's insane.
it is, especially because they're the ones that want to yank guns.
Yeah, so like
But-
where the hypocrisy is unbelievable.
It's called talking out of both sides of your mouth.
yeah.
And they do it all the time. Let's put it this way. Biden, they're talking now about I guess to come into America that you have to have a clear COVID test. Okay. The rest of the world saying that's ridiculous. COVID's over.
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking at stats last night, and coming from America, you don't really know them. COVID doesn't really exist that much anymore.
No.
It's not a threat, even though some places still have people are still walking around with masks.
Yeah, when you
And-
see that, don't you kind of look at them funny now?
Of course you do, but
I mean, unless they're like an older person who happens to be
Well,
sick,
that's
not
different,
even
yeah.
older, but just a person. All
Who's
right,
sickly.
I get it. If they're sick, I 100% and I feel bad for
the other ones are
thinking-
just scared.
Yeah, the other one's walking around. I was like, what are you doing?
Well, once again, I still see people driving alone in cars with masks.
Yeah.
You know, like they've scared the crap out of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and the whole thing is a lot of them say, well, you never know what's next. You know, now everybody's being preparing for what's next. But the fact of the matter is, you're wearing a dirty cloth on your face.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I know I used to reuse them. I used to wear a mask, like to run into a store, hang it up in my car, put it back on, and go into another
All
store.
the time. I would too. I mean, when I was working at the other job, I would have to wear one all day long, and I would reuse that one for a couple weeks. You know, it just when it got crappy, I'd throw it away.
You know, I had a conspiracy thought a very long time ago. And I don't know, it still could be a conspiracy. I don't think it's been proven right yet, yet, John.
Yeah.
But I used to say, it's weird how during one administration prior to Trump's, we gave away a lot. You know, we just gave away a lot. Like
Yeah.
we gave away, you know, the internet rights, and you know, we just started giving all these countries, like, oh yeah, it was just ridiculous how we were just giving stuff we didn't
How do
have.
we do that?
You know, and then this other guy comes in, and all of a sudden, once again, we're being told there's food shortages and baby food shortages and energy shortages, but I'm going to give billions of dollars plus billions of dollars in weapons. So obviously it needs to be replaced. So that counts as money spent to another country that's possibly going to get us into a nuclear war.
Yeah.
You know, and you're already saying we can barely survive the food thing right now,
It's
but you're
insane.
going to add nuclear war on top of it.
So what we're doing is we're actively depleting our own military
Yes.
as you're bringing us into a war.
Yes.
That does not make any sense. So you're taking our own supplies away that we might need because you're pissing the wrong people off, and you're blowing them all now for us to be like, oh crap, pants got down around our ankles yet again.
Yep.
It's just insane what you're doing. It's all intentional.
It's insanity.
And then so we got that to worry about, got the food shortage to worry about, the gas prices, inflation, all that's crap.
Yep.
And it's just
it's absolute
unbelievable.
insanity.
But yet not once will they go after depression, mental illness, or anything like that. They go after your guns and
Yeah.
these things and that. What are you doing?
Well,
It
that's,
just
you know,
doesn't make any sense.
I saw a meme the other day where it was a picture of pretty much a guy in jail, you know,
Yeah.
like, but he looks like a psycho and he's got a shiv, I guess, and he was stabbing somebody. And then the next picture was of an AR
Yeah.
on a shelf.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said, which one are you afraid of?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's the whole point of all this. It's the person, not the gun. But real quick, I know we got to get out of here soon. But I did want to get back to our president talking about what rational gun laws should be.
Yeah.
It was during a period when I was a senator and the death rate was going up. Not that
The death rate was
What
going
the
up.
hell?
He didn't say the
Mm.
shooting rate. What's
Death
have you heard
rate,
of?
right.
Hey, dude, have you heard of Chicago?
Mm.
Because the death rate went up this weekend.
I'm sure it did.
You know, I
Every
mean,
weekend it goes up.
it's ridiculous, and nobody's done anything for years.
Yeah. Yeah.
many more people were being shot, but the death rate was up. And I went, I think it was, I'm not sure, I think it was Hahnemann Hospital in New York, whatever the largest trauma hospital is.
All right, this is where he starts lying again.
Yeah.
Okay, just I'm going to back it up a little bit because this is where, you know, the people that are listening to him talk in the back are going, ah, crap. Eagles off course. Eagles off course.
Yeah, I love that. That's the best. That's the best part about him because he just kind of goes way off course all the time. So that's the fun in watching him.
You know what's
But
weird
that is our president.
about him as he's doing it? About 20 seconds after he starts rambling, you see the Easter Bunny hop behind him and then just guide him away somehow.
I think it was, I'm not sure, I think it was Hahnemann Hospital in New York, whatever the largest trauma hospital is. And I sat with a trauma doc. And I asked him, I said, what's the difference? Why are so many people, not that many more people are being shot? This is now 20 years ago, or 25 years ago.
40 years ago, 50 years ago. I don't know. Making it up. It doesn't matter.
That's the president, Brian.
This is a good one. Hold on, everybody. Grandpa's getting to the point.
I said, why are they dying? And they showed me a x-ray.
You could always tell a liar. And I know he stutters, so shut up. But what he's doing is he's zoning on something and he's being too specific on things that don't matter.
Yeah.
Like he showed you an X. Why would he show you an X-ray?
Showed me an X-ray, and it was like a joint in there, and like this weird cartilage.
It looked like an X-ray from when you used to
no.
watch ER on TV in
But I
like
didn't
82.
really know what I was looking at. It could have been a sonogram.
Even though I am a doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I am a doctor.
He said a 22 caliber bullet will lodge in a lung, and we can probably get it out, may be able to get it and save the life.
Hold on to your hats, everybody.
A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
A 9mm
What is this?
blows the lung
Out of the body.
out of the body.
Kaput. Doesn't matter where you get shot. Shot in the leg, there goes
Yeah,
your
there
lung.
goes your lung.
Bye.
It's an anti-lung bullet.
Poof.
Yes.
Gonzo.
So I
Doesn't matter. It's a lung killer. Get shot in the toe, buy lungs.
I backed it up a little bit, but listen to this guy.
He said a .22 caliber bullet will lodge in a lung, and we can probably get it out, may be able to get it and save the life. A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
And he sat there when he said it, and he stared at him like, eh.
So which one would you want to get shot with?
Not with the lung out of the body one.
I
That would
want
suck.
the other one. I don't want the lung blowing out my body one.
Yeah, I'd like to keep my lungs if
Hold on.
possible.
Shooter, which kind of bullet do you have? Because I got a thing with my lungs.
Yeah.
I want to keep them.
Thank God. Listen, I know I'm about to be shot, but thank God for Joe Biden and the anti lung out of the body
Yeah,
bullet.
that's how we need that one. Because if he didn't pass that, I would be lungless. It's just so idiotic that this guy, this buffoon,
This is our
they
president.
even give him a microphone.
I know.
For the love of
Well,
God.
once again, I like how you'll see people like they're getting tired of hiding. You know, the people that work for him are exhausted.
Yeah.
They're just tired of hiding all his mistakes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So-
it's a constant battle.
When he's talking and doing his babbling thing, you know, they're just like, for the love of God.
Yeah.
Send Barney out to get him.
Unreal, dude. Unreal. Holy crap, that's loud. I can't hear.
What?
I can't hear.
What, John? Hold on. Hold on a second, John. Hold on, John.
I'm waiting.
Hold on, John.
Man, that's giving me a headache.
I didn't realize it was that loud. I apologize, everybody.
Yikes.
Yeah, I have my headphones down.
Wow.
I barely heard it. That's why I turned it up.
That gave me a little headache.
All right, well, settle down. It's not that big of a deal.
Settled.
All right, for the love of God, man up a little bit. I mean,
I'm
your
a
ears hurt.
man.
Yeah, well,
Zip
not
it.
acting like one.
You know, you say some hurtful things.
I don't mean it in a bad way.
Oh, all right.
All right.
All right, everybody. That's the end of the show. Gotta go. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow morning. Don't forget YouTube Live.
Yes, and
We're
then
gonna
we'll
have to
post
do-
them somewhere.
And we're gonna do it. It just goes to our YouTube channel.
I think it's a YouTube Live Boston.
No,
oh no,
dummy.
Renegade Radio
Stop it. Why
Boston.
did-
What?
It's just Renegade Radio Boston. Shut up.
I said I was just gonna say that. And you
No,
mean?
you just gave me 18 different names.
All right, Renegade Radio Boston.
Thank you.
Yeah. So look for that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we'll share it in other places. I just didn't do it
Wouldn't that
yesterday.
be a
'cause
great
whatever.
idea?
Yeah, shut your face.
Hey, that's
And
so
we
nice
could
of you.
actually let people know before we go on next time.
Well, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, I think so. We'll try that tomorrow. What's
All right.
tomorrow? Friday?
Is it?
And we're off for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh,
when we
yeah.
get back on June 20th.
All right, everybody. Yeah, so we're all starting this brand new June 20th. Stay tuned. The new Renegade Radio. All right, we'll be back tomorrow morning. See you then. Goodbye.
Stay with the winner, with the man, with all the filthy money. Come on, keep it all alive with a ride on the record on the top. If you're gonna be a bad boy, great man, you got it wrong. Some long time friends gonna lose it in the end of the floor.